court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Carters.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Carter, it looks like you brought this case, so what's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a manager at an urban clothing store, and I only make $35,000 a year, and I'm paying child support toward my ex-wife here. She is a dental assistant, and also she does Herbalife distribution, and she's making a little over 200 grand a year. And I just need a little help because she's not doing child support at all, and it's a struggle for me right now.
All right, pause right there. This case flips the usual script. Normally, we see one parent asking for support because they earn less. But here, the father is making just $35Ks, while the mother is pulling in over $150K a year. So the real question is, can the higher earning parent be forced to pay even in split custody? Stick around because this is where family law gets very interesting.
I'm a retired U.S. veteran, and it's just a struggle with my two boys.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes. Well,
why do you agree with everything that he's saying?
no, I do not.
Okay, so what is
If
going
he
on?
stayed at the casinos, he probably would have more money than he does.
That's not true, Your Honor. I'm always home with my boys when I'm not working.
Okay, who is paying child support in this case?
And I have custody of my boys.
He's paying child support. It looks like you guys split custody. So it says Sunday through 1 week with one parent, and then Sunday.
Well,
through
here's the
next
thing,
week.
Your Honor. She's always on vacation. She's always gone. So I've had my boys for the little
Lies.
over 7 weeks straight.
What-
She has
ma'am,
not seen her
ma'am,
kids in
ma'am,
7
Sir,
weeks.
when I address her, you stop talking.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you see this man right here? He will make sure that you are escorted out of this courtroom. We do not need any more loud outbursts. You understand?
Did you catch that? The judge just shut down the interruption immediately. That's courtroom control 101. Emotional outbursts can actually hurt your credibility. Judges are looking for clarity, not chaos. And right now, the mother's frustration might be working against her case.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you. Now you may continue, sir.
She goes on vacation. She's out of town all the time. I've had my boys for 7 weeks straight. She hasn't seen her boys in 7 weeks.
7 weeks straight. Wait a minute. You guys are supposed to be alternating weeks, because if the children are with him 7 weeks straight, that means his expenses are increasing. And based on the paperwork that you provided from your employer, it says here you make about $125,000.
Now, this is the turning point. The judge is zeroing in on income disparity, $35K versus $150K. In family law, it's not just about who has custody. It's about what's fair for the children. And if one parent's income creates a drastically different lifestyle, the court may step in to balance that. So yeah, this is about to shift.
What is it? Where is it that you're working?
I work for a dental firm,
Okay.
and we make a lot of different castings and models for false teeth and implants. However, Your Honor, when I've been out, it's because I've been doing training.
Okay, that's great.
So
No one is disputing whether or not you're doing training, but according to the documents that you provided, you make about $125,000 at your main job, and then an additional $25,000 doing Herbalife on the side. So that amounts to about $150,000 a year. This man only makes $35,000, and you think he should still be paying child support, and he has the children more than you? Is that what you're asking me to do?
I'm just letting you know that.
I don't need to know what you're letting me know. I need for you to answer my question. Is that what you're asking me to do? Allow this man to keep paying child support, and you're making excuse me, that's my job, thanks. You make $150,000 a year.
I pay for the boys' private school. They have private piano lessons. I pay for I pay their
Excuse me,
health
Your Honor.
insurance.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Both of my boys are on scholarship.
Okay, that's beside the point here. Ma'am, you guys have a split custody arrangement. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
Not in all cases does somebody have to pay child support, because it's up to me to decide if someone pays child support or someone doesn't pay child support. But with the earning differences, $35,000 a year, $150,000 a year, sir, what type of things are you able to afford to do with your boys, and taking into account your bills and everything like that?
After bills and everything is taken care of, after my boys are fed, luckily give them some clothes that they need to go outside and play at the park. Maybe
So-
Six Flags every now and again.
Okay, ma'am, what are some of the things that you're able to do with the boys?
As much as I can when he allows them to come over.
You know what? See, you're playing games. Let me ask you the question. What has she done with the boys?
She takes them to Paris. They go overseas.
Paris?
They've been
I've
on
never been to
Disney
Paris.
cruises. Every time she gets them, they're going somewhere special and fancy. And
Wow. Did you hear that contrast? One parent is talking about park visits and basic needs, while the other is flying the kids to Paris and Disney cruises. Imagine being those kids, two completely different worlds, depending on which parent you're with. Be honest, do you think that's fair?
whoa.
Well, I mean, it would make sense if you were making $150,000
And she just
a
lucked
year,
up
right?
on a job, Your Honor. So just to be
And this
quite
is
honest.
considering he's living in my $350,000 house that he doesn't pay any type of mortgage at all whatsoever.
You have a $350,000, ma'am.
He lives in the $350,000.
He lives in it, but you
house,
own
Your
it, right?
Honor.
You own it. You
And
have
he
all
doesn't
of
pay
this
any
money. You
bills.
have all of the, but the kids have been with him for 7 weeks, ma'am.
Because
at a
I
time.
was doing training so I can continue to send them to the private schools that they attend
Well,
and
On
have
a
the best
scholarship.
and the finest
On a
things.
scholarship.
That's great. But you know what? You know what? That's why you come to court, so I can resolve these issues, right? So let me tell you what we're about to do. $150,000 a year. I have your gross at $12,500. How many children do you have, ma'am?
2.
2, okay. Net at 9,000. Okay, based on 20.63%. Okay. And
I
you
do
make-
take care of my sister's 3 children as well.
When did this
Are-
start?
wait.
6 months ago. 6 months ago.
Whose children are these?
Our sons belong to him and I, but I have 3
Okay.
of my sister's children that
I'm
I take
just
care
saying,
of.
I'm just saying
Well, let
this,
me
Your Honor.
let you know how this goes, okay?
Important moment here, the judge just made it crystal clear. Only the biological children in this case matter. Taking care of other kids, even family, doesn't factor into child support calculations. That might feel harsh, but legally, it keeps the focus exactly where it belongs, on the children involved in this case.
Anybody else's kids are not a part of this case. Understood? So you have 2 children that are involved in this case we're here about, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is offset the child support based on the amount of money that you make. You understand that? Ma'am, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Because you're giving me this look like you're confused on what's going on here. Okay, so based on this, I did an offset of what you would make and what your child support obligation should be a month. So your child support obligation comes out to $1,456 a month. That is to be paid each month on the first of each month.
And there it is, the final ruling, $1,456 a month. Notice what the judge emphasized. This isn't about punishing success. It's about creating balance for the kids. The goal is simple. When those children move between homes, their quality of life shouldn't feel like a downgrade. That's the heart of this decision.
And those payments are going to be allocated to Mr. Carter. Ma'am, it's not fair to your children that at dad's house they're not able to do as much as they are to do with you. And it's not to punish you for having a great job. That's awesome. However, when you think about what's in the best interest of these children, they can't go to Disneyland and do all of that with dad. Did you ever stop to make it, ask your kids how they feel about that? It's not fair they get to do everything with you and not with dad. And
Your
he only
Honor.
makes $35,000 a year.
Your Honor, I understand, but when I was out getting education, he decided to run around and chase everything that had legs.
This has
Okay, well,
nothing
you
to do
know
with
what?
nothing.
You know what? You guys need to be in a different court for that. That has nothing to do with me. Anything else pertaining to these children and the monies here?
No, Your
Anything
Honor.
else?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Anything
Honor.
else from you?
No, Your
Okay,
Honor.
thank you. You all may be excused.